hi everyone, so this will be my commentary video for the Ochette solo speedrun that I just finished. I find that I focus better when I don't have mic on, so I tend to run without mic nowadays, but I'll probably consider doing more runs with mic like normally. Also for me, this cutscene always like halts for some reason, and I don't know why. If other people get this issue, please let me know, because I'm just curious if there's something up or with this cutscene specifically, or if it was like my computer or something weird, because I don't get that with other cutscenes as far as I know. But anyways, for this first scripted battle, it's not a big deal. You just break with defend for an extra BP, then break with precise shot, then max boost precise shot, and capture. The normal speedrun route for non-solo gets Akala, and Akala is stronger than Mahina, very significantly, like almost, I think double or more possibly. So it can like save a turn or something, but it's not that big a deal. You still defeat it pretty soundly and all. And then we can head to the village for the more tutorials and such. Here, this enemy, you can break it with either Mahina or the iguana you just captured. I think the iguana is faster, but I'm not actually sure. But I think iguana at the very least does more damage. So I do that. Also, when I watched Dahlia's solo speedrun, who had like the first runs in this category, he always used iguana, so I think it's faster. I'm not sure. But if not, it's close, so not a big deal. Also, you notice at the very end, I actually did not max boost. Also, you want to disable auto capture here because it's slow if you capture random things. I did not max boost because you don't need max boost. As long as you have like 2 BP extra on it, then the iguana finishes. Here we come into here, and with the 30 jerky that we just got, we spent one for the tutorial befriend or whatever, but with the 26 of them, we can buy the Traveler's Bow, very strong bow, the strongest in the shop, and it'll help us with the final boss. It also gives speed, which decreases the chance of crit, which is actually useful for us. We're going to keep it for basically the whole game, for a higher likelihood that we go earlier in turn order, but also to reduce crit chance against us. And we will sell it at the very end. And then we don't actually need the money early on. Well, it would be nice to have the money, but I think keeping the bow is worth more. Also, we do actually fight at least one battle with it, and you'll see that later on. I guess I won't spoil it if, you know, people don't like the spoilers. In this dungeon, you can opt to walk after you break and... I prefer to break and flee enemies because it's more consistent, but you can opt to walk because you can get a second encounter. But I am on 60 FPS, which is a higher likelihood that you skip it with running even. And there, I didn't skip this cutscene because I think it's like a little bit faster or something, based on what I heard from Zero's run. I think he said it or something. But anyways, this one, I think it's considered faster to flee it, but I like to just break to not get the fails. I'm very risk-averse player, so you'll notice later that I take a lot of safeties, probably more than I need to, but it's whatever. Just minor time loss here and there. I don't mind too much because I don't like run super competitively or anything. I prefer routing and then just doing a run to demonstrate the route. That's basically it. These guys are really weak. As long as you break with bow and then shoot again, you can defeat them. I don't know how much HP they have, but it's very little, so... It's also nice because you level up, so then you're ready for the next boss, but you can actually get an encounter when you run to the next boss from here. And here, I get it, which really sucks. I also get to fail flee, so time loss. And then you don't want to take too much damage going into the boss because then you'll have to heal and such, so I do want to heal here. So just overall really slow. I also use jerky, you'll notice. I want to preserve the grapes for the battle because the jerky's animation's a little slower. And I want to preserve one jerky for the very end, but I do actually have one jerky left over, so that's enough. Okay, so this boss was like rerouted or like re-scripted by Zero recently with a different script that's a little faster. Basically, the idea is you break the boss under, like, you don't max boost, but you do precise shot x3 for like a good deal of damage, but don't do too much because you don't want to push this phase change. And you're watching your crits. I didn't get any crits in this battle, which is like usually you get at least one or something, but it's whatever. And also I outspeed here, so it doesn't matter whether or not I got crits. You want to break here, and now he's over his like summoning threshold, but he's broken right now, so you just dump a lot of damage on him to, like, you know, shift the to do as much damage as possible before he summons. You want to reset the cursor here after he summons, and also after he eats. The first time you go up, and the second time it depends on which enemy he eats. So here, if you get this dialogue, it means Layton was unlocked, and that means that you can start building up late in. And you want to heal here. The boss does like, I think 86 or something with its Dark Breath, and then the small guys do like 15 or 11 or something. Yeah, 15. So yeah, just keep breaking him. And then you can basically keep counting the crit damage for extra damage to see. And here I have to reset the cursor, and he ate the front one, so I go down with my cursor. But I do check just in case. If you got enough extra damage in, you could like double boost axe and then just try and go for this. If you get the crit with Beastly Claws, it does like 1200 something, and then the extra 200 with KO. But if not, you just finish with precise shots, and it's fine. I think this is a pretty standard fight for the boss, and yeah, fine either way. I did outspeed some of them, I think, or something at the end, so maybe it's a little bit of time save, but eh. Overall, not a great chapter 1 because of the encounter, and then that taking a long time. But whatever. It can come down to like black market and you know, other stuff like Scholar Shrine and things. There I ran straight up into the cutscene because you just want to reach the cutscene as efficiently and as fast as possible, so in a straight line. Here I like the precise shot, and it can miss actually, so I shoot an extra time. It's also faster to boost into precise shot like menu wise, because then you don't have to scroll down like 3 times. Here I walk a little bit to try and skip the encounter. I probably walk more than I need to. I see like Dahlia walk from I think that pole or so. I've seen Zero I think do it as well. So runners like them prefer it that way. I don't know like the exact amount to walk, so I kind of just eyeball it. Here you can like go behind the pole. I realized that when I was watching Dahlia's solo speedrun of this, and this is the beginning he does as well. Also, shout out to Dahlia for doing the first runs and routes of this, because I took a lot from his route and to make my own route, which yeah helped of course. I did a bunch of solos in the first game, but most of them I didn't have other routes to look at. So this time when I look at other people who did like Casti and Temnos and Ochette, it really helps with routing. I can take their ideas and like maybe optimize small aspects or something. I find that it helps a lot. Here I walk a little bit at least because I want to try and skip the second encounter, and I also want to pick up the Herb of Serenity. I don't actually know if it's faster, but also getting surprised is nice. You can break these guys, the rats, with axe, but getting surprise isn't terrible. It's consistent at least. Here I walk to get the Herb of Serenity and to tag the village. You're pretty likely to skip the encounter. And then leaving the village, you can skip the encounter too. It might be slow because like you walk the entire map, so you can't run. But I like to not have to worry about breaking and fleeing the enemy. So here we roll for black market for soul stones, of course. I start here just in case like I can get an extra roll in. And then it's 15% for the soul stone market, so that's what we hope for. I think this is the third one, right? I actually am curious, how many tries did it take me? This is 4th, I think. And then 5th. So in theory you get it, around 7 tries or something, but 6th. And it always sucks if you have to roll a lot because it's annoying. Alright, Alright, so I'm not used to this menu, honestly. But yeah, you sell that for extra money and then you get 3 shadows. You also notice that I didn't walk right away, but I went like to day. That's because like encounter rate of course is higher at night, so I want to go to day and move only at day to try and skip the encounter, which I did, so that's nice. I think that these birds are weak to bow, but I'm actually not 100% sure. So I just fled. But I'm pretty sure they are weak to bow, but I'm not like 100% sure. These moles are always weak to bow though, so that's nice. Ochette is kind of nice for like her bow and axe break a lot of enemies like in the surrounding areas, and like even if you go to Kane O'Brien you have axe, which Casti is turf, so lots of axe weak enemies, and she built up late in pretty nicely, which is always good. I walked the second part of the screen because I want to try and skip the second encounter. I think you could skip it even with running, but whatever. Okay, so this map is a pretty big time loss from my run. In my 10 minutes run, I had been getting the Ice M, so I wanted to get that again to try and get an extra stone, although it's kind of slow to pick up, and also kind of dangerous, honestly, so I might just route this out. But I had previously been getting it pretty consistently and nicely, but you'll notice that I don't get it here, and I'm punished pretty heavily, or somewhat heavily. But anyways, I got the Ice M, and I want to enter the Scholar Shrine to reset my steps, and I'm like right there, and I get this encounter. But I don't get caught by surprise, which is nice. I also got this encounter. If you get the bear, you have to precise shot X3 after the Shadow Stone. And also, because I got the encounter, I chose to just go on. And again, here, if I had walked the entire map, maybe I could have skipped this too, but oh well. And I didn't get the bear, at least, so I wasn't punished. And I think that this formation might actually be better, possibly, or maybe worse, I don't know. Actually, it's probably worse. I think that the static one is the best, but whatever. And I'm also down 1 soul stone, because I only routed 2 shadows for this map, but it's fine. I actually do have a backup idea, so. Okay, so here, you're not supposed to go here. You have Totohaha tagged, and I realized that I messed up. So lots of small mistakes and time losses, but whatever. This was my first finished run. I had like 2 starting runs that ended once in Scholar Shrine and once in the Chapter 1 boss. But this was my 3rd run and the first one I finished, so I was nervous and stuff. Oh, by the way, I timed it. It's like half a second faster to TP out of that shop and then TP back in to leave Kano Brine. But that's only if you have something to do. The only other thing we could do is go to Delta to tag it for to buy the other earring. But I don't want to do that because you do get an encounter on the way, and I like to be higher level for that encounter if I could just, you know, flee it or something. So I choose to just take the half-second time loss. Since I built up latent here, I decided to, and they went four times in a row, I decided to just nuke the encounter with latent claws. And just hope that I build up latent in time for Crack Ridge, because you do want it later for Crack Ridge. Spoiler alert, I do not build it up in time. So whatever, it's fine. Things in Crack Ridge, you'll see what happens. This map, if you walk like around after the chest or so, you can usually skip the encounter. You could probably, I think you could even like run almost the entire map and skip the encounter or something as well. It's pretty small map, so. This map, basically in the daytime there's a bird and 2 crabs, in the nighttime there's 4 scorpions. 4 scorpions always go down at to any M stone. So the Ice M that I have will defeat them. So I'm going to use that. And there is a Wind M on the right side of the screen, and I'm going to get that too. If you stay in day and you get the bird and 2 crabs, the bird survives an M stone. Unless it's a Fire M or a Thunder M, but I don't have those obviously. So we're going to Shadow. And also we do prefer the JP, and the scorpions give more JP, so yeah. I lose a lot of time to inputs and stuff in this run, so some of my inputs become a lot slower later, but whatever. After the encounter, I like to walk to this chest and pick it up and then run the rest of the screen, and you're pretty likely to escape or avoid the second battle. You could even run from the chest, but then you're more likely to get the second battle. In this screen, we have the Wind M we just picked up, so I go to Night for the early encounter as soon as possible, because that way, like, if they, you know, wipe me or something, then I reload faster. But I don't get caught by surprise, which is nice. And the Wind M defeats them. Previously, I had routed the Wind M actually for the next coming screen. We're gonna go to the side map, and the Wind M will defeat the encounter there. But because I had used the Shadow M, I had to use the Wind M sooner. So I do not have any soul stones left anymore, and I still have to go to the Decaying Temple, which is the dungeon I routed for money. But okay, we start chapter 2 here because we will come back, and this is the earliest. We want the rainbow bottle as soon as possible for a step ahead. But basically, if you walk this map, you're highly likely to skip the encounter. You can also provoke and flee from that NPC. I don't know what's faster, but I prefer the walk. I think the walk is faster, though I'm not 100% sure. So I don't know the odds of skipping this. I think like 7% chance of getting the encounter or something, but it's very low, and I haven't missed the skip yet, at least. So, okay, here if you walk to the fire chest, fire M chest right here, you're guaranteed to get it before the encounter. Like with min steps, you get it, and then you get it right after the chest. So I go to nighttime because I want to force the encounter as soon as possible. Also, night gives more EXP, JP, and money, I believe. The night encounter is just overall better. for this map. So if you can take it, you should take it. And Fire M defeats them. Wind M also defeats them, but I used the Wind M as I mentioned, so. Okay, I'm a little sad I couldn't show off this strat. It's kind of funny the way I go through this dungeon. Okay, so this is Decaying Temple, the solo dungeon, and as far as I know, this is the first speedrun that has actually gone to this location. There's 40k worth of items in here, and I'm gonna loot the 40k. There's also a Palm M, but I don't need that, and I don't fight Karma either. He destroyed me at this level. Okay, so usually, every single encounter in this dungeon is a single encounter because it's a solo temple. I picked up a bottle of sleeping dust at the entrance, and it has 65% chance of putting the static enemy to sleep. It's like this skull ant thingy, and I would throw the sleep bottle at the ant, put him to sleep, and flee, because it's always one enemy, so as long as you're not caught by surprise, you're fine, even without step ahead. In fact, it's faster without step ahead, because you don't get that input thing, I think. Well, I guess it depends on turn order, maybe. But anyways, after you get the encounter, you can just walk, pick up the 2 chests, and then go to the, and then warp away. But yeah, you get about 40k worth of items in there. So here we get some armor, because I routed out Timberrain, so we don't get their armor anymore. We get 2 rings and an HP hat, which is 100 HP, so it's 500 HP total. And with Apothecary, that's 1000 total. And this is optimal, the order I got these in, but yeah. So here, I routed the stones very precisely. 6 light, 1 thunder, 2 ice, and usually 1 fire, but I used the Fire M that I just from outside Sai already, so I have to buy a replacement. And since I have to buy a replacement, I'm also going to pick up the Wriggling Root in here to get the money to replace the stone. Although it actually gives more money than I need, because I only need 1k to replace the stone, because I got money from the battle. Or actually, maybe it doesn't work like that. Actually, no, yeah, because I have 1 extra battle right now, so I only need 1k. The root gives 2k, but it doesn't matter. Like, usually my inputs are 1 down because I don't have the bottle, so that's why I was confused for a second, because usually I would go straight down from the Ice M, but whatever. I had to go 2 down. But anyways, I got the Wriggling Root. I'm gonna sell that right away to not mess up my stone throws. And then I also get the 8k, because like when you're at the black market, it's not that much further to go for the 8k and other stuff, and we do need a little bit more liquid money to help out. So like the 40k that we got from solo dungeon is a lot, but we just spent like a lot of it, like because the 2 rings are 6k and then the hat was 5k. That's 11k in total, and then we got like a crap ton of stones. So yeah. And actually, in the past, I was getting way more stones, and then I found a way to reduce the stone usage, and you'll see that in a little bit, which I really enjoy. I liked Beast Lore a lot, playing with it in this routing and stuff. Here, I'm gonna go to this shop. It's faster to buy and then sell, but I don't want to forget, and I've forgotten it before, so I decided to sell the Wriggling Root right away, and then I buy the earring. So, and then now we can go to conning and finish the chapter, because I have soul stones, so I can do the thing. Here I get Apothecary for 8 HP, as I mentioned. Fun fact, you can talk to this table to get the job. Just talk to the right edge of the table, and you get it. You can also like go to the table like facing downward and talk, and then you get it. Like you don't have to talk to NPC. I have no idea why the hitbox is like that, but it's hella weird. Whatever. Here we pick up the rainbow bottle and then go straight into the cutscene. You want to go straight right from here-ish and trigger the cutscene like as closely as possible. It's a little faster that way, but because I bonked, it's not faster. Precise, and then provoke here. Any M stone will defeat her. She has like 900 or something HP. I think like 983 or something. But soul M stones do 1100, so easy. And since we don't have step ahead, we don't get the prompt or whatever for like, you know, you go first and whatever. And now we go to Cacturacta's lair. The right chest here was a Lychee M, and in the early routing of this, I was getting that to try and build late and later, but then I reworked some stuff to skip ins and Lychees and stuff. Okay, here we always fire M in the map with one of the fire M's we got, because for one thing, the input is faster. It's like 2 inputs or 1 input depending on like, you know, if you use a sleep bottle or not. But then also it defeats every enemy in here. The only enemy that survives an M stone is the bird that I mentioned at conning. So you use a fire or a thunder M, and fire is faster. So like input wise, actually thunder might be even if you do 2. Yeah, actually, Thunder is even. Whatever. Regardless, we're done with this, and we also have all of the inventions for Step Ahead. So in solos, or yeah, in a lot of categories actually, you go for Scholar, then you go for Inventor, because both are very powerful and useful. Scholar to reduce encounters, and then Inventor to gain control and tempo in battles and such. So we're gonna get Step Ahead, and you know, it would be nice if possible that we could, like, you know, use this, because we're in this area already, but we have to warp out and then come back, unfortunately. But anyways, you can actually go from Delsta Harbor or Delsta City itself. If you go from the harbor, you skip the encounter, which is a little bit more consistent. If you go from the city, then you can fail to flee or whatever. So, and you also get double encounters, and that's annoying. So yeah, I prefer the consistency. I think that, like, it completely optimally, if like you just get first turn flee or whatever, it's faster to go from the city. But again, I like consistency. And here I can go to the west, and I realized that I didn't actually take the boat there. So this is another reason why we want, like, some, like, money. You know, we do take boats and we do buy stuff. Also, we are gonna buy armor. Because I skipped timbering, we can't get cursed armor, and this game does not have a ton of, like, armor lying around, and her bosses hit reasonably hard. So I put on Apothecary to heal because I'm low on grapes, and then I put on Step Ahead because I want extra flee chances against the enemies, because I'm gonna, you know, try and flee these guys. So I don't want them to take a bunch of turns. But I get first time flee, which is nice. I'm also gonna rotate day and night so that I don't get night in the next map. Okay, so usually I have Latent here. A light M will defeat. Alright, so the first encounter in this map, in the Cracker's areas, is always an Armor Eater and 2 moles. A light M will defeat the 2 moles all the time. The issue is that the Armor Eater has more HP, but if you do enough damage, you can get 100% capture. Usually I would Latent Fang X2 to do that, but I don't have Latent, so I have to do Precise Shots for extra damage. And now I am over the threshold for 100%, so I capture it. I also leveled up, so I don't have to heal, which is nice. And then some routes will, like, get the money and such. I will get the money, but not right now, because I will actually come back to this area. So if I run straight through, I will not get an encounter. I don't think I can get an encounter. And I captured the Armor Eater because he's pretty useful for beating up other Armor Eaters, actually. So it's kind of funny. We basically captured him to finish off his brethren in the area, and you'll see that momentarily. Also got, like, very good turn order because he doesn't get a turn, which is nice. X3 will defeat these guys, but X4 will X3 will defeat them. X4 is needed though if they use Rock of the Heavens to buff their defense, because after they take, like, 1100 or significant damage, they start going defensive. So it's actually, the battle becomes safer as they go to critical HP. But only thing you want to avoid is, like, misclicks or anything like that. But it's completely consistent, and you don't even, like, need a ton of boost. But anyways, so Armor Eater, and you see I do Mahina here. And you see how weak she is, 30 versus, like, 700, it's night and day. So here, as long as I get a turn, I will defeat him, but Bam is his strongest attack, always does, like, around 800, 900, and it was unlucky. Like, if he did even Rock of the Heavens, I would have defeated him. And Rock of the Heavens is his, like, best defensive move, so it really sucked. It's because of my misclicks, so it was all on me, though, so. But whatever, you'll inevitably get, like, time losses in runs like this. Something you could do, by the way, is I don't have the, and here I'll do it correctly, where I summon an Armor Eater to defeat this guy. And I don't know if you can tell, but I do actually go slower this time. You can actually pick up the Thunder M after the save reload, well, if you wipe there, but you don't really need it because I routed it to not have the Thunder M on the left. But it's an option if you're, you know, doing this run, but it's not mandatory because we have stones, like, perfectly routed for, like, all of the dangerous encounters. Here, I'm gonna pick up Star Splitter and the. Okay, so first, we do our job menu, and you're guaranteed enough for boost start here all the time as long as you didn't skip any encounters. And I actually have extra because I took the extra Scholar Shrine battle. We're gonna pick the Thunder L and the Star Splitter in this map, and it's a little dangerous to pick both, so I'm gonna walk the entire map just to be extra safe. Like I mentioned before that I'm a very conservative player. This is an example of how and why. You wanna go to night like before the bridge, because that's when around the encounter like will happen, and then Beastlings will defeat this group. It also builds you latent, so you get 75 points of latent. Plus whatever damage you took and such, so you're pretty likely to get latent, or soon at least. And you do want latent coming up for the grind, because we're gonna grind for the meat. So Star Splitter is up here, very reasonably strong sword, above average and all, pretty nice. Also sells for 11k at the end of the game, but we're gonna use it for damage for most of Chapter 2, and to save soulstones and all that. And it is stronger than Armor Eater, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, actually, it definitely is. So, we pick up money here because 23k, pretty good, fast money for what is available to us. And then here we're gonna buy grapes. I usually get 15, but I just decided to get 17 because I know I'm up on money. I probably could have just gotten 21 too, but we buy the quick cloak. Okay, so quick cloak gives 65 speed. It makes it so that we have exactly 191 speed at level 22 with merchant, without the traveler's bow. Also, we do the menu for inventor here, and we also will turn on auto capture because we're gonna try and capture the meat. And if we got caught by surprise, we're gonna nuke the encounter and then hope to capture the meat. 191 speed by level 22 is important because the final boss has 191 crit. So it he cannot crit us. Basically, the final boss can't crit us as long as we have quick cloak on. Even if like we're under level, like by 1 or something, we always we only have like a 0.5% chance or 1% chance of getting crit, so it's unlikely. So it makes the final boss a lot safer, and we survive more. We're also more likely to go earlier in turn order, which is important for the random battles and such. We want to go as early as possible. So the 65 speed from the quick cloak, and then the 13 speed from the traveler's bow help a lot. Also, we don't have like bracelets or hail and hardy, so it helps. Also, you'll notice that I boosted with sword x3, and that's not enough to defeat these guys. But it actually puts all of them in critical health for 100% captures. And I mentioned Armor Eater goes defensive when he's in critical, so now I just start capturing because they're at 100%. And we want 3 moles because they have they give quality meat or quality jerky. And here I remove the Armor Eater because I don't want him in my menu when I'm cooking all the moles. We want to cook 3 of them. Also here I take off invasive because I'm going to do the meat grind now. I want 3 moles for a befriend in Stormhail later. Crazy, isn't it? Befriend in Stormhail. Here, these guys are weak to sword, so you can defeat them. He survived, so that means I captured. But basically 3 meats for a befriend NPC that we're gonna summon on the final boss, and then also 1 spare mole for the final boss, possibly if we need to like summon. So 4 moles in total. You don't actually need the. Okay, also here, I do a glitch kind of with the catapult. Basically, the order I did it in makes it so that I launch an axe with the sword stats, and that will always defeat the hatchling encounter here. And then I can capture the buttermeat, who's more dangerous than the Armor Eater at critical, because he does like 400 per attack. And then I capture the Armor Eater because he's at 100%. Also here, I noticed I have over 630 JP, so I can get Hail and Hardy, and I also have excess money because I took extra encounters, so I don't need grows on trees anymore. I do a menu for Hail and Hardy, and I'll evasive maneuvers back on. But I do kind of slow, so I lose time. And I could use a grape right now, but I'm about to do a provoke, so I'll do that later. After this provoke, because he's pretty weak, but he'll do a little damage to me, so just to be at full health. He's weak to Shadow, and we just picked up a Shadow M on the right. And then Armor Eater, if it crits, we'll defeat him. If not, then you'll need an extra Armor Eater hit. But he crit, so we're good. And you want to come in here because there's a Rev Gem, Revitalizing Gem. Full heal, HP, SP, BP, very good item. You do want to exit though, because very dangerous enemies, and you want the autosave. Otherwise, you're put back one map, and then you would lose the meep capture that you just got. So, and you have to do provoke and everything again. It's bad. So, get the autosave for safety. Get this chest money and then the next money, so that we don't have to do a sell menu at the shop or anything. I messed up here, unfortunately, pretty badly actually. This encounter, I got caught by surprise and then kind of panicked, and I wasn't thinking I should. Alright, so here, what I should do is actually Grape M. It gives me highest chance of surviving. And I need X3 claws is not enough. You have to have max boost claws to nuke this encounter, but I didn't get it, so unlucky. Or not unlucky, but just misplay on my part. I knew that it was X4, by the way. I just panicked in the moment. Keep in mind this is my first run of this, so I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses, but it is easy to mess up when you're finally doing a run and try to keep track of everything. You need Thunder M specifically for this, by the way, which is why I bought Thunder M. Any other M stones are a range, depending on what the armor eater like crits or not. I usually turn off auto capture, so this is really slow of me, but whatever. I shouldn't have hesitated. You can just cook that thing, it doesn't matter. I have enough moles, that's why. Here I turn it off finally. I could have cooked that too. Yeah, just bleeding time everywhere, whatever. Definitely one of the things that annoys me the most about my run here, but maybe I'll come back one day. We'll see. I don't know how much of this map to walk and run, so I just arbitrarily walked and ran certain lengths of it, because I definitely did not want another encounter after that wipe, so pretty dangerous. Alright, and now that we have the meat, we cooked them. Also, by the way, you do want to cook the meat before the cutscene, otherwise you get like an extra text box thing with Mahina talking to you to cook the meat if you meet Palm already, so cook beforehand. You also want to go at night because you're going to befriend Palm, so might as well. Also, that way you reset the day-night cycles so that you're not at night in the dungeon. Because you recruit Palm, you cannot actually summon other NPCs on Tera. Not a big deal though, because the strat we use, we get like one turn to summon, and it's not really that useful. Not consistently reliable, so. The encounters in this map are actually a little dangerous, so you want to be careful. Basically, there's a condor and a spider pair. They're very tanky and strong, so if you get those, you want to be careful. So yeah, I got the spiders, which is very dangerous. Them doing this is actually not horrendous. It's if they get multiple attacks in, because they do like 500. But I did get early hail and hardy, so it is actually safer for me. You have to use a light M, and then also the catapult glitch I mentioned. You gotta launch a staff with the sword stats to defeat them. Yeah. Otherwise, like if you just launch sword with sword stats, it's not strong enough. You need the bonus damage. The Knight's Great Bow is 4,200 or something, and it's pretty fast, so here we go to Merchant. Absolutely do not forget that, because I forget that a lot in my practices, so. And we go to Tera. Okay, so Tera is an interesting solo boss. He has an attack called Sneeze that he does randomly. He does Jolt, Trample, and Sneeze. Sneeze blows your character away, and it is an instant loss. You cannot block it with anything. Not sidestep, not like anything that like you can reasonably attain. Like, I don't think that there's an answer for it. So we just hope for no Sneeze, and I got Sneeze, so I got fucked. So when I watched Dahlia's speedrun of this, his script lets Tera get like 3 actions or so, and from my testing and such, I think that he's pretty likely to sneeze in his beginning turns. He's not guaranteed to sneeze in his first 3 turns, but it's pretty likely. Here you can either defend or mole. If you go first already, you don't need to defend. So this saves 7k. So here, I can just guard. Usually I would I would defend into beast slings, and then I would have to get extra money in clock bank. So now I can skip that money. But anyways, the goal is to break him as soon as possible. So that's why we let him only get 1 turn, and then we break him. And then with defense down and vets, it puts him into critical for us to capture. He's like weakened, and we can capture him and all. So yeah, this way, he only gets 1 action, and I prefer this over him getting multiple actions. But in exchange, this is more expensive. If you like watch Dahlia's solo speedrun, he uses only 30k on this battle, but I use 45k, 45 or 37k depending on like turn order. So it does suck a little bit because like 45k is a lot extra. But I do like that it's a little bit safer with less turns for Tera, because he could get sneezed a lot, and that's really annoying. Also, I mentioned that you could either use beastlings or guards in that battle, and I use guards because of turn order. I went ahead of Tera on the 3rd turn. So here I usually get the clock bank money, which sucks because you get an extra encounter. But I can skip the clock bank money, which is nice. Honestly, thinking about it, I could probably beat these random encounters with Armor Eater. It might be faster animation-wise, I'm not sure. And like sound-wise, I'm not 100% sure. But, whatever. Okay, so here, if you walk this map, you're pretty likely to skip the encounter. Or maybe it's guaranteed, I don't know. So I like to walk it. Most runners I see who enter this map do walk it, though. Like when I watch single-story runners who like go past this map to like Montwise and other areas. And Borderfall, there's a Thunder Edmund here we pick up, so. And it is like routed for just in case of a battle. Here I probably could have fled, because I went first on turn 2, and I do have excess encounters, so I have excess money. But whatever. It is more consistent to just defend in Tera the encounters don't do much damage, so it's fine either way. The Thunder M is like not that big of a time loss, and it's a stone, so I did have it routed so that like specific stones have to be used in specific maps for specific encounters, and I'll explain later. This is the Gauntlet helm. It does ice reduction. The armor shop I was at Black Market actually sold one of these, but this is free obviously, and it's cheaper, so because free is cheap, so. Here I misclicked and clicked Armor Eater, but it's fine. I think because he crit or whatever, I defeated them, or maybe I don't need to crit, I don't know. But I was glad that, the misclick didn't backfire on me, so. Here, you want to heal up for this guy, because he has an attack called Twin Serpents and does 1100, so it can be significant, but I do get... here I almost tossed this by accident. Do not toss that light M, like, it's not good. This guy has 15,441 HP. Tera does about 10,500, so he's left over with 4,900 approximately. He's actually lower because my capture for double dagger is actually stronger than this run. But he usually has 4,900 at the minimum, so an L stone defeats him. You can also do 2 M stones and like a summon with Armor Eater or something, but yeah, either way is fine. L stone's probably the fastest, I think. If you could just spam L stones, it'd be better, of course. But we have 1 L stone that we get like in the entire run. So, okay, so the monkey encounters in this map are really dangerous. You want to ice M first, and then summon Tera. If the big monkey does drumming, he can survive. But after the ice M, he is at 100% capture. So you just capture him and remove him as a threat. If you got the big monkey and the other smaller monkey, but he's like also a strong monkey, that's why you want the ice M, because the ice M does weakness damage to the weak monkey, and it guarantees Tera one-shotting the monkey. Basically, both monkeys in this map are the only dangerous enemies, and they have an attack called drumming that increases their defense, so Tera does less damage. But if you use the ice M, it does bonus damage to the small monkey, and Tera always one-shots. And then all of his extra 2 fire attacks go onto the big monkey, and then you have 100% capture if you use drumming. And if you didn't use drumming, you just win outright. So you're guaranteed to get past the encounter as long as you don't get like surprised or like terrored, which is unlikely. Okay, so here just caught by surprise by Reptalios. Reptalios is a pretty dangerous enemy if you're caught by surprise. If you're not caught by surprise, you could break him with mercenaries and just flee. X4 mercs breaks him, but there's like an encounter in this map which is like Reptalios and something else, so you would toss an M stone and then summon Tera. But most other enemies, you would just summon Tera on. And I routed basically the Thunder M at Border Fall for this screen. If you get like a triple encounter, you want to toss the Thunder M first before Tera. Otherwise, you just summon Tera. If you get Reptiles, you just do the Mercenaries. In the previous map, other than the monkeys, you can just summon Tera on everything. The monkeys you have to use the Ice M. This map you use the Thunder M, and then the Cummings dangerous map you're gonna use the Fire M. So like everything is like very specific to the encounters you get to guarantee that you pass through safely or reasonably safely. I do the Provoke and Flee to get this safely. Otherwise, there's an encounter risk. You have to walk more of the map, but I would just like the safety of picking it. And then provoke and flee again to avoid the encounter, and we can run to the town from here. You can actually run to the town from the other NPC, before, like the Knight, Sanctum Knight, but doesn't really matter. Basically, if you're able to skip the Raging Beast, from like if you get say a Culture Kit and get 10k, you skip the Raging Beast. But also, you could actually flex and use a hired help guards in the previous maps, and then pick up the Ice Bow in Glassy's dungeon. That's only if I get caught by surprise and like I'm panicky though. It didn't happen. Well, I got caught by surprise, but I didn't get a chance to summon. So I mean to use hired help. So whatever. Okay, this guy has like a lot of stars, but his he's a story provoke, so the story provokes tend to have less HP. As long as you do like 200 damage plus Tera, you can defeat him. And Armor Eater always does 140 at minimum, and that's enough to guarantee the KO. Since I have the Dagger Bird I captured, I just used him. But Armor Eater works, and that's what I had routed. Wild Mold I use for my normal dagger attacks in my route does not work. He does 1 damage each. Okay, you gotta make sure to well, I heal here for safety because you get caught by surprise. But you want to save because if you wipe, then you have to redo the provoke. You get set back to in Storm Hail, so it's pretty far. There's an Ice Amulet here that we want to pick up for the upcoming boss to the right here. But if you go to it, there's a pretty high chance of an encounter. So I go to this cutscene first to skip the encounter initially, because you will still get an encounter. But this way we only get 1 in the map rather than 2, and you want less if possible. It's too bad that the NPC doesn't like linger here, so you can provoke and flee. But oh well. This is an Ice L. It's pretty fast and safe. You know, doesn't add a ton of extra steps. So, because ladders don't affect your step count. Here, I don't think I needed to use Fire M. There's an encounter here with mushrooms, like a triple mushroom encounter that I do have to use Fire M for, but I don't think I needed to use it there. But oh well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Tera just defeats them because it's a pair. But whatever. I think there's like 2 mushrooms and like a wandering weed or something. Okay, so here I put on the ice stuff now. So the gauntlet gets 25% and the Ice Amulet gets 50% ice reduction. And the upcoming boss is like 100% ice, so he does 25% of his damage. He still actually hits decently hard, but not super impossibly hard. So I walk more of the map to get at least to the save point safely, and then I run the rest. You could probably run maybe even all of it, I'm not sure. So. Okay, so this boss is pretty simple. He's weak to dagger and bow, but precise shot can miss, but your monsters cannot. So usually I would use Wild Mole here, and just summon twice. Summon to chip his shields down. He does 900, 600, or 300 depending on his attacks. So as long as you're above 1600, you're safe. Yeah, I don't know why I was hesitating there. And yeah, here I think. Yeah, it's dangerous to, because you can do 900 plus 600 I mentioned, so, yeah, this is 600 and then 900, yeah, so I would have lost if I had tried to commit to doing damage. So you're just stalling for turn order until you can survive, and here I know that he does 900 at most, so I can survive, so I can just howl here to bring him to 1 shield, and then do beastlings to defeat him. This, actually, if you use the normal mole, which does 1 damage per dagger instead of like the 100 or so from my stronger bird that I captured by chance, if you get all 6 beastlings, all 6 ladder beastlings, because you do 7 beastlings, but this ladder 6, 1 of them has to crit at least, and everyone has 45% chance of crit. But if all 6 do not crit, then you do not KO, and then he'll return and retaliate. But it's a very low chance of that, because you'd have to miss the 45% the 45% like 6 times in a row, which is like I think below 1% or something when I calculated it. It was a really low chance, so you're extremely likely. You can even, like, if you get enough crits with 2 shields, you can defeat him by, you know, breaking through that. Also, here is where I cook these moles. I cook excess because I have no idea how many meats I need, but you need 3, so I actually end up having 5, but whatever. He's the Clan Mei soldier, and he uses Bright Bolt, which is a 3-hit lightning attack, and he also does like spears or something, like 1 or 2 hit spears. So it's good for the final boss. You'll see in a bit. You do want to take off the ice stuff and put on the HP gear again, and also the Traveler's Bow finally to sell everything. Although I didn't need to take it off because I had excess money in this run, but whatever. You need 77k leaving this place, and I have like 82. And you don't need to heal the HP because you're going to use the in right away, because you just use latent on Glassies. You don't have latent, and you do want latent for the final dungeon, because you're going to fight 4 battles, 3 in a row and then 1 more extra. And I mentioned that you want to preserve 1 jerky. It's for this right here from chapter 1, so go down to 0 exactly. Yeah. But yeah, Glassies you can defeat with, even if he has 2 shields and he has defense down, as long as you get enough crits. But that scenario shouldn't ever pop up because the mole that you use should always take out 2 shields. And then, as far as I know, there's not a way to make the fight more efficient, because like the mole's actually pretty efficient to be using to chip 2 shields at a time. You'd have to chip like 3 or 4 shields to make it stronger or more worthwhile on your turn. But there's nothing better than that, you know. And boosting bow, you miss pretty often. You can miss pretty often. So the sniper bow we got in the solo dungeon would actually help here, but no dice. That you need that for money early on. It's worth way more, that money. In this game, basically, like money early game is worth more value than money late game. So you want to use light M here. Another M stone would not defeat it. They have like, you know, 1300 more than what Glassies does or something. And then after light M, you can defeat them. What really sucks though is that they both outsped me, and if you look at my turn, my EXP here, I was 500 below 900, so I do not level up. The second battle always gets you 500 EXP, so. And I looked at the turn order because I was debating using a Grape M, but I decided not to. Just freaking sucks that I had to go in this battle like with this much damage on me, and I could barely not level up. Ugh. But there's no way to like predict it, because like you can take so many battles for the Meep, so that sucks. This last battle you just latent and then Glassies, and just hope that you don't get damaged. Because redoing this gauntlet takes a long time, so Glassies is slow too, like using them and stuff. So, but fortunately I got through it safely, so that's good. And here, I believe I was supposed to walk the entire map, but I ran, and that when I realized that I decided that I could just that I didn't want to take the chance for the encounter, so I'm just gonna go back and do a save and quit. But I think that usually what you should do is you should walk the entire map, and then you should save along the way. But just to be safe, I decided to do a save and quit. And I think I could run from here, but I wasn't sure. Like, I haven't actually measured out the steps in a lot of the maps and stuff, so. Here, there's a rev gem all the way up top, so you want to go get that. There's actually a rev gem in Abandoned Waterway that we were at earlier, but you have to defeat the boss. And at that point, we weren't able to. And also, this is faster, I think, you know, because it's in the same map and you're closer. But you do get this encounter. But we have the Ice L that we got from the dungeon, so if you use Ice L into Glassies, it defeats anything in the map. The issue is you can't flee, and also because of the turn order, I can't defeat these guys, and I just have to let them defeat me, which sucks. You can't flee these guys, unfortunately. You can't put them to sleep or anything either, so just gotta not get caught by surprise. I'm trying to think if there's any counterplay I could have done there. Like, the only thing that could save me is a miracle where, like, I summon the NPC and he blocks all of the attacks for me or something. But even that wouldn't be enough because I have to toss an L stone, so. Maybe I had enough for guards, but I don't know, and I didn't want to take the chance. So, Kinda sucks. I guess also, the final boss you could do with 15k less, actually. I routed 2 vets and a beastlings for the final boss, and you could do him with 1 vet and 2 beastlings, but the fight is a lot harder and more tight on turn economy and like BP and stuff, and I didn't want to take the chance, so I routed it for 75k. But the 60k is possible. You can even do the boss with 45k with just 3 beastlings, but it's extremely difficult RNG, and I think it's a very unfavorable range. You need like Tera or Elstone or Glassies or something. But anyways, final boss soon. So in chapter 1, we selected Mahina. That's because this boss has a scripted sequence where he eats you and sets your HP to 1 and then does an attack. Mahina will always do a magic attack. And also here we have to summon a Cacturacta, which sucks because it eats all of our BP, and it doesn't help a ton. I mean, it does help us tank him, but not great. But basically, we want to always try and dodge the physical attacks. The magic attacks, you can't dodge, obviously. There are actually reflect monsters, but the only ones available to us are Chubby Kate and Devourer of Dreams, which one is a boss, the other is a 2% rare monster, so you don't want those. And then the third one is an Accursed Armor, but I believe that's in Forbidden Shrine, which requires 10 minutes, I think. So those 3, as far as I know when I looked at the sheet. So, and also it's just slow to capture a monster. You'd rather just sidestep it. So that's why we want to fight the physical monster, which is Akala or Law Jackal. After you get past the scripted sequence, because he could Night Howl, and if he had Night Howls, then you go down. You have to retry the fight until you get through. But as soon as you get through, you should be able to win. I have like just about a 100% win rate with this NPC. He's very strong, he's very reliable. He can even withstand an attack and he won't leave. So maximally he'll do 6 shields worth of damage between 2 turns. So you can use up all your BP and then regain BP to use vets. And I mentioned before you want to use 2 vets, broken, and then 1 beastlings with defense down. So this is the first vets, and now I just need another set of vets, and then another set of beastlings with defense down. So, and the Bright Bolt user, the Clan Mei NPC, will always do also you always just resummon him. Will always do 1, 2, or 3 shields, and he can withstand 2 attacks before leaving. If the boss attacks you, he shields you. So it was between this guy and in Kingdom Blind. There's a quest at nighttime at the dinner table. There's a twin and waiting for his like brother, who is there during the day. So he requires 3 jerky. So it's either him or him. And between the 2, I like this NPC more. He's just a lot tankier and bulkier and more efficient. Because on average he does 1.5 shield, or he does 2 shields breaking, and then the other guy does 1.5 shields. Also here I do beastlings because you want to get the beastlings out of the way as soon as possible, because that requires timing your latent, which is harder to do. Another reason why doing the 3 beastling strat or even the 2 beastling 1 vet strat is you gotta get latent back up, and it's really awkward your BP here. Also here I think I should have just actually it was fine. I did not mess up, but no, actually I did. Yeah. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter hugely. I could have I could summon this guy last turn to chip 2 shields to make it faster, but it doesn't matter hugely. Vets will defeat him, so yeah. And that finishes off the boss. Basically between this NPC and the other NPC, because I capture a mole anyway for defeating some random enemies, and the mole gives the quality jerky, and then because I'm grinding the meep anyway for captures, I decided to just capture the moles and get this NPC because he's very like reliable and strong Bright Bolt user. And that is solo Ochette. Here I just show like my settings and my equipment, money, and all items and all that JP. I run on 60 FPS, which is a less competitive category, and also easier on my computer and stuff. So usually I end up at level 22 with the final boss, and then level 23, which is all normal. I am up on EXP and JP though, because I took extra encounters. Took like 2 or 3, second try meep. So overall, a decent run. And I did use a good chunk of my money and resources, so it's fine. Anyways, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave any questions or comments. Have a nice day, and take care. Bye.